I love this freaking team. I love the coaches. I love the players.
You make a promise to the guy next to you, and you gonna give me your all today.
Pick six.
Somebody, somebody.
Gonna get hit.
Yes, sir.
Again. Got him. Intercepted Brian Branch, second of the day.
Our defense is playing really well right now.
We're built for this, man.
This game is over.
This is special. Like I said, it's a special group.
Grit, that's who we are. Listen, we know exactly who we are. We the fastest, we the most talented.
All right, those Lions. Brian Branch is one of just 4 players with at least 4 interceptions, 40 tackles this season, along with teammate Kirby Joseph, Xavier McKinney, and Byron Murphy. Now, as we just showed you, 2 of those 4 players on the Lions, one of them is with us today. Brian Branch joining the show. We appreciate you so much for doing this, Brian. Let's start with what happened on Sunday, a massive win against Houston. It was 23-7 at halftime, and shutting out the Texans in the second half was a big change for you guys. What changed in that second half defensively that helped you out?
We just knew in the first half that we was beating ourselves in the foot. We came in at halftime, and AG told us they get no more. And we took that proudly, and we knew that we had to come together the second half, play as a team and a defense.
Brian, what's up, man? This is Dan Orlovsky. I would say that I'm a fan of your game, but I'm partly lying because all you do is make quarterbacks look bad and get so many interceptions. So you mentioned AG. On our show we talk a lot about Ben Johnson, who's the offensive coordinator, but Aaron Glenn probably doesn't get enough attention. What is your favorite part of playing for him?
The fact that, for one, he puts me in the right position to make plays, and he didn't play this game before, so he gives us little tricks to put in our little tool belt, and just having that as a coach, shoot, you can ask me nothing more.
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, another person in that defensive backfield, Kirby Joseph, you and him make up the #1 safety tandem in the league by a large margin. Really the backbone of that defense. How have you guys been able to build such chemistry so quickly back there?
Coming in last year, Kirby, he helped me out, as him being a vet already and played this game before. And, just me and him, we spent a lot of time over the summer, especially just studying film. And, I stayed over his house in the summer. He let me stay over there and kick it with him. And, just picking each other's brains. And, we complement each other very well on the field.
Brian, I played with your head coach, Dan Campbell, years and years and years ago. And then so you come from Bama with Nick Saban and now with Dan Campbell. Give me one thing that they are alike in.
Grit. I mean, that hard-nosed football, that's what both of them resemble. And, them preaching that, shoot, that's I love playing for that.
Yeah, Brian, you had 3 interceptions last year in your rookie season. You already have 4 through 10 games this year. What's made the difference there in intercepting the ball?
I just feel like me being further away from the line of scrimmage. My first year I played nickel, and we're a man-based team, and I was pretty much a man most of the time. And now AG moved me back so I could play more zone, have my eyes on the quarterback. So I feel like that's helped me.
When we watch you play, Brian, I mean, you're a safety that can do it all. You do it in the run game. You do it in the pass game. You're great at disguising pre-snap. But when you watch yourself on film, is there a part of your game that you would hope to grow in, that when you watch, super critical of yourself to say, this is the piece that I want to continue to get better at?
I would say just more communicating. Me being more of the vocal leader and just helping my teammates before pre-snap, for example, and just being more vocal in that way, I feel like helped my game a lot, help my teammates around me.
I love it. All right, 2-parter for me. Number 1, who was your favorite safety growing up that you watched the most? And then you're known as this very intelligent football IQ guy. Where does that come from?
First question is Troy Polamalu.
There you go.
Second question, I feel like my coaches along the way started with Rec League. I was blessed with, some great coaches, and I would say that came from them.
That's awesome.
What is it like going against your offense every day in practice? Because, Brian, they have been clicking, obviously, on all cylinders throughout this season, too.
Oh, they're tough. I feel like we got so many weapons, probably the most weapons in the league. Golf is playing at a high level. Gibbs, Demo, J-Mo, everybody for real. And just they all play as one. And I feel like going against them in practice just helps us a lot, helps me a lot because, I'm seeing probably Amon Brown every day, probably the best in his position. And I feel like, him and J-Mo be helping me.
All right, so you guys are one of the teams that has 1,000 different uniform combinations going right now with different helmets. What's the favorite uniform combination for you guys?
Black all day to me. I haven't even played in all black. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, most definitely that one.
You guys have added a piece, Zadarius Smith, to your defense. What are you hoping that he provides for you guys for the back half of the season?
Just for him to go get the quarterback. I feel like that would help us DBs a lot, like instead of covering for like 8 seconds, having him to help the rest of the D-line go get the quarterback, that's a blessing. And I think we all need that.
Thanks so much for joining us, Brian Branch, here on NFL Live. We appreciate you and cannot wait to watch you continue to excel this season. Been a whole lot of fun to watch so far.
Stop making these quarterbacks look so bad.
Shut up, Dan.
Gotta keep going.